and then open it up for questions. Please use the raise hand function in the chat. Coach?
Sure. Yeah, we knew it was going to be difficult to score. We've had 2 low scoring games. I mean, one kind of low scoring and one super low scoring game against Georgetown. So we know it's tough to score. And I think last game we had 12 field goals and tonight we had 13. I thought the difference was that we did a better job getting the free throw line. We attacked a little bit more off the dribble and off the cut. And 26 free throws. Again, some of those were at the end, but we did a much better job of getting to the free throw line than we did the last time we played him, and that was the difference. And that and Temi was outstanding. I thought we had some younger players that I thought were a little bit nervous first time in a conference tournament, but I thought she just was rock solid like she has been all year. So excited to move on and get an opportunity to play again tomorrow.
For our first question, we'll go to Matt DeMarinis.
Hey, Flan, I guess I know you've had a lot of good things to say about Temi this year, just in the way she stepped up for you, but it seemed like everybody else was off today except for her, pretty much on both teams. I mean, did you see that sense of urgency you see from a senior that doesn't really want her career to end? Did you feel like that was the driving force in her performance today?
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it. I mean, I noticed you've got your Houston Texans hat on, and my analogy would be that Temi's a better quarterback than what you guys have going right now without Deshaun. Yeah, I thought she was great. I mean, her footwork was really good. And, I thought she showed shot consistently and was able to get in the paint. And, she took some tough mid-range shots, but still she created off the dribble, even when it wasn't just for herself. So we, to be honest, we had to rely on her more than I thought we would, based on, some of our other kids weren't in rhythm as much as we had hoped, but she was outstanding. And, Ransom's a really good defender, but I thought Temi's experience and her footwork and just her determination was huge tonight. And, what we're going to need other people to be a little bit more of a force offensively tomorrow night.
Nathan with the next question.
Hey, Coach, it seemed like you guys were kind of openly daring Georgetown to shoot jumpers and loading the paint. Was that in the scouting report? And how successful do you think that defensive strategy was?
Yeah, we do. We've crowded them all 3 games. I feel like for 2 reasons. One, just to give congestion into the post area for post ups, but also to gap on the dribble, because they're, other than Bolden Morris, they're a drive the ball team on the perimeter. And I thought we did a good job of we weren't perfect, but I thought we did a good job of clogging driving lanes by being, in that gap or help position, and it effectively takes away some of their post ups too. So, having played them twice in the last, 5 weeks, I think was helpful, especially for a young team with, to kind of see what we had worked against them the first 2 games. And, you've got to, you got to take a little bit of a chance that they're not going to make threes, because that's not what they do. And I thought we could have drawn a couple more charges, but, they're slippery, getting in there. And then I thought they, had Archer not had foul trouble, she presented some issues just driving the ball too on us.
Go to John Fanta next.
Flan, it is good to see you. It's been a long time. I'm just going to blame Glenn Sisk for that. Turning the page here now to tomorrow, you got that great road win at Seton Hall. It was one of the highlights of the season, and that win over DePaul. What are the things that you point back to? I know that it's been a bit of that as you described, kind of a mash unit year. But what are the things that you point to that tomorrow you want to be great at to be able to advance to the semis?
Well, we have to get back defensively. I mean, transition defense will be huge. I think playing them the first time early on, we talked about it and we worked a little bit on it, but it's different when you actually see them. Park Lane is, first of all, they get the ball out and in or up the floor really quickly, and she's in attack mode, and they've got shooters. So we have to get back. I think that's going to be huge. And, with our leg, they didn't play today, so that's important. But we got to be, we have to be ourselves offensively. We have to be a good screening team. We have to make them communicate. I think we need to probably score a little bit in the post. We hoped to score a little bit more in the post tonight than we did. But they're smaller with Elmore playing a lot of 5. I think we're going to have to get some baskets, whether it's off of a post up or just at the rim. We can't just fall in love with 3s tomorrow night either. But, transition defense and ball security, you can't turn the ball over against them and give them easy baskets, because I think offensively, they're really, really good. They've got, 4 kids that average 12 and a half or more, and 3 of them, I think, average 16 or more. So that's, that'll put a lot of pressure on us. And when we beat them the first time, we had Tatum and Molly Mogensen. So our guard play is different than what we had. So that's why I'm worried about ball security, is because if I'm them, I'm going to turn up the pressure. Not to tell Tony what he should do, but we have to take care of the ball and get back on defense.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Thanks.
Time for one more. We'll go to Sunil.
Yeah, Coach, congrats on the win. You were able to withstand, Georgetown's 11-0 run there in the third quarter and then hold them to 7 points in the fourth. I just wanted to ask you just about the defensive effort there in the fourth.
Yeah, well, they did a good job turning that game right around in the third quarter, because we pushed it out to 12, or wasn't it 12, I think. And, boom, it's back to like 4 right away, and then 2 and 1. And, but yeah, I think we tried to tell them to say, I felt like with some of the young players that we had out there, it was, and not just young, but inexperienced, because Chloe is a junior, but she's reasonably inexperienced. But I thought, I think part of it is they knew how difficult it was to score. So I think that helps your buy-in on the defensive end. And I thought we gave up a couple offensive rebound baskets in that stretch where they got back in the game. And I thought we tightened that up down the stretch. We didn't give them the offensive rebound baskets in that fourth quarter, which was huge, because they had a couple there in that stretch where they got back in the game. So yeah, I thought we really battled. And I think that, like I said, the big thing was we plugged gaps and then we rebounded.
Thanks, everyone. That's all the time we have. Coach will be back in action, the Blue Jays, tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the quarterfinals against Seton Hall. Congrats on the win, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Back, Matt.